5,000 a
like
month.
A junior one bedroom.
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of lease.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really ask, but. Now,
5,000 a month for beach view?
No,
Or
no,
because the
no,
beach
no.
is
It
right
was
there.
It was like a corner view.
So, okay.
Not
Corner view, 5,000
Like
US
a
dollars a month. That's great. Oh my god, their mojitos are $19 to $25. Their long drinks, $19 to $25. Their margaritas, $19 to $25. And their beer is $12. Miami Beach is one of the few places that I know of that an 18% service charge is mandatory. So it's a mandatory. It was alright. An 18% service charge is actually mandatory. So when you pay for your bill, you know how much it costs, and then you have the taxes, and then you have the 18% on top of that. These are some of the most expensive houses. You just park a boat, go to your house.
Now come the boats, right here. Look at the yachts. I'll go on this side so you can see.
Yacht life. And these are the ones that you rent, right?
No.
The ones that are parked right here, because they can park them right by they have docks at the house. So like those guys have their own parking spot, they're parking them right here.
Not all of them have docks at the house.
Ah, I see.
Anyone can rent the spot to park their boat.
Okay.
You got small ones too, it's not just big yachts. Like the show Dexter.
Yeah, kinda I'm getting Dexter vibes right now.
That's not big.
The show Dexter, the first pilot episode was shot in Miami, but then they figured out not a very good place to shoot, not a lot of DPs, not a lot of cinematographers, not a lot of union people, so then they moved it to LA.
You can
Just a little bit of trivia. Yeah, you could totally tell. But that first episode, you could tell that it was Miami. Miami Beach, Miami, yeah.
all the actors were sweating balls.
Yeah. All right, just parked over here by Collins Avenue, and I think we're ready for the walk. This beautiful December day, late December day in Miami Beach. So we're around 20th Street and Collins Avenue. We're gonna try to walk down and maybe get something to eat because I'm starving after the swim earlier. Haven't had breakfast, so should be interesting. Maybe I can find some Cuban food or something. Yeah, this is the Art Deco district where every building has to be either white or glassed or something. But they try to keep the yeah, let's just go in here. Try to keep some of the old Scarface appeal. Everybody's looking for that Scarface appeal. So as you can see, a lot of the architecture is kind of going with that. A lot of the places in the streets have been in like numerous movies, including hotels like the Greystone, the Raleigh, I think some of those are under construction now because of the new laws that they put in Florida. Because a lot of them were built too close to the beach, no foundation, but I'm getting that vibe. Well, it looks like a lot of the places in Collins are under renovation. So that's a Shelburne right there. This is a Raleigh. So it looks like this entire street actually it's under renovation. So we're gonna see if we can find some of those places there. Some restaurants where we can go and eat lunch. So what does this have? This is just the Cafe Americano. I like the burger I see there though. When you put a juicy burger on the menu, a burger in Miami, why not? I feel like every place is the same nowadays. Pretty much look the same. Maxine's. This is more like some Cuban choices here. Keep looking. Marseille. All right. Is this your car?
Yep.
This is where you drive?
I'd like to leave it here.
And you park it right here. Like the street is over there. This is where you park it?
Because I know where I can find it.
Come on, man. That's the SLS. That's the only SLS that looks so different than all the other SLSs. All right. Well, this is a very colorful place. Oh, they changed. It still says SLS Hotel at the bottom. But yeah, it's the Ritz Plaza at the top. Okay. Well. You know what we could do is there's a bakery here. We can get some sandwiches. Let's see if we can. Wouldn't mind getting that. How are you? Let's see, Haagen-Dazs? No, we don't want that. Yeah. What is this? Wow, they have churros too. It's a nice place. I think this is the one I was talking about. It's a better one? Okay. This one? Oh yeah. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, this is where it's at. Wow. So it was a bit of a wait, but my buddy here tells me the pizza is worth it. So we'll see if this is worth it. It's supposed to be one of the best pizzas in South Beach, so we'll see. It's a really nice pizza place too. It's like very authentic Italian decor. So try and eat it and we'll see. So had the pizza. Overall verdict, even though this is, nice place, nice atmosphere, Italian pizza in Miami Beach, it has very little in common with pizza in Italy. Agree?
Yeah, it has no taste.
Has no taste? You've had better? Alright. My buddy.
Bread, sauce. literally everything. No taste.
No bueno. So, and my buddy has had a pizza all over Europe, so have I for that matter. But this is the best we can expect. It's still American pizza. I don't think they imported the wheat and the flour from Italy. But something interesting I wanted to show you about Miami Beach is one of the few places that I know of that an 18% service charge is mandatory. So it's a mandatory. It was alright. An 18% service charge is actually mandatory. So when you pay for your bill, you have, how much it costs, and then you have the taxes, and then you have the 18% on top of that. And then on top of the 18%, you also have the option of whether you want to tip or not. All right, should we go and get drinks somewhere else? So we're still on Collins Avenue here, doing Collins Avenue things. All right. Trying to find a place to grab a beer, to have something to drink, so we can wash away that horrible pizza. And they can't get beer wrong, so no matter what beer we choose to drink, that's just gonna be beer. So, what is this place? Lowe's. Is this the uppity rich hotel?
No, actually.
No? Looks really nice. Well, what's bougie for some, it's middle class for others. That was quite a walk. So now we're going through this little alley. I think literally this is called the alley from Collins Avenue, and then we're gonna go into Oceans Drive. Is it Oceans Drive or Oceans Plaza or something? Right, so this is the iconic Oceans Drive, appearing in a lot of different movies. This is where the Versace Villa is at, and where a lot of restaurants and hotels that, some of the hotels are no longer in use, but they've appeared in these movies from the 60s, 70s, 80s especially. So they're pretty recognizable. They've kept with the white building architecture, the Art Deco architecture. And it's essentially just a big street with restaurants where people come in, enjoy themselves, eat. And this is it. And this place really gets wild around spring break. But past couple of years it's been a little bit dangerous. I gotta say, they've done a good job with the restoration of these little buildings. I guess these were all little hotels. Maybe they still are. We're gonna try to find a place to have a beer or two here, and I'm not sure which is an appropriate place. You get a drink. It's kind of empty actually. Apparently this area really gets going at night. I'm not seeing it. That's the beach right there. So you got beach, a bike path, boardwalk, and Ocean Drive. The Cardozo Hotel. This looks good. They really cleaned this place up.
Yeah, I'm actually quite impressed.
Yeah, I'm impressed too, how clean it
They're
is.
like kind of peak season.
Yeah. Looks safe, clean.
Good job. Welcome. How are you doing?
See you.
Oh.
Hello. How you doing, guys?
Yeah, maybe we'll come back here. Where do you want to have the drink?
Like a food place.
Oh, this is more of a food. Yeah, that's a food place. This is 12th Street. 12th Street. Alright, another Cafe Americano. I feel like I've seen 3 Cafe Americanos as I'm walking through. There was one in Collins Avenue that way. I'm pretty sure there's one in Española way. There was one here. So that seems like a chain. Another pizza place. This is the Versace house. So this is where the guy, I guess, lived or whatever. They've turned it into a restaurant.
This is it. The Versace. This is it.
So people get to eat here.
Also, it's a restaurant now. I don't know why I thought it was something else.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't look like a restaurant, but according to the pictures, it is.
This is it.
Yep. That's it. There you go. $28 appetizer. It's a Versace.
You have to. Are you able to? You just can't.
It's one of the popular attractions. This place looks like a nightclub. Palace. Not sure what that is. Doesn't look like the kind of place I'd go in. More of a pub, lounge kind of guy. All right, so we're able to sit down here. We're still on Ocean Drive, right? Did they say they have happy hour?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's included in that.
Oh my God, their mojitos are $19 to $25. Their long drinks, $19 to $25. Their margaritas, $19 to $25. And their beer is $12. So that's Oceanside, Miami Beach. We decided to sit down at this place, but it's next to a very loud club in Oceanside. The kind of club that we don't really want to go into, but this place looks cool. So hoping this Peroni will take away the pizza, the really bad pizza that we had.
We're so fucking bad.
Alright, he said we're so back. That's what he said. Well, cheers. Let's try it out. Oh. It's not bad. But honestly, you can't really you can't get this wrong. I mean, it's just a bottle of Peroni. So this is hanging out in South Beach. We're back. All right.
Bitcoin's coming back.
That's what happens when you travel with a crypto bro. Like,
The altcoins are gonna start pumping anytime now.
the personality, the psychological thrill, the mood is swinging all the time. It's up and down depending on what the markets are doing. That's what happens. So careful who you travel with. Careful who you travel with.
Altcoin season, big pumps coming. 2025, become rich.
All right, can't argue with that. Do we get fries as well or just beers?
They're gonna bring in the fish and chips.
Fish and chips, more carbs. Okay, we'll try that. We had our beers. We're gonna say goodbye to Ocean Drive and maybe head to Lincoln or Espanola. I'm not really sure whichever is closer really. But 2 beers, some fish and chips. What was that, $38, $40?
I don't even want to bring it up.
All right, great. Of course, service charge included, tip optional. I feel like 50% of the thing is just like service charges, and I think the food is actually, the food cost might be 5 to 10%. This is very strange. It doesn't happen in a lot of places, but it's a really beautiful. I mean, they do a good job in maintaining everything, so maybe that's what you're paying for, really. So it's a beautiful tourist destination for some tourists, not for everybody. Not everybody's into this. So I'm going to show you Espanola Way, which is a street full of restaurants that they made to emulate a Mediterranean village. It's actually kind of small if you look at it. I think we can go. But it's really cute. It's one of those places where people come to eat in Miami Beach. And I've been to Mediterranean villages. They don't look anything like this, but they did try their best here by trying to make this as close to what they think a Mediterranean village looks like as possible. And you know what? I appreciate it. I like the effort. Sushi places and Mediterranean villages. We already had lunch. We had a horrible pizza. We had some fish and chips, and we had some beers. So we're just taking a quick stroll here. Just to show you Espanola Way. Espanola Way. All right. This is it. This is the end of Espanola Way. Oh no, I think it goes all the way over there. All right. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think this is all we can show you of Espanola Way. Next up, Lincoln. Made it to Lincoln. So this is the shopping street of Miami Beach. Just full of designer clothes and whatnot. And essentially there's no cars in these streets. It's like a promenade where you walk around. There's a bunch of restaurants, and all the different designers and brands have their stores here. So you can come in, spend some money, feel good about life, and then go back home wherever you came from. That's essentially the iconic Lincoln Street. So we saw Collins Avenue, Oceans Drive, Espanola Way, and now this is Lincoln Street. Look, they have a Pele store. Pele Soccer. For all the Brazilians out there, Pele Soccer. There's Pele. And of course in the Pele store they have a Maradona shirt. Fitting. Fitting. Alright. I'm not sure I want to buy anything here. Pretty sure it's pretty overpriced everywhere I go. But it's nice to walk around. It's a good day. It's a nice day to walk around. It's funny, even the Starbucks has that Art Deco style. It's in these buildings that you can't really change. Oh, there you go. You have an Oakley's. Weren't you looking for a pair of shades? So everything is Oakley. I think I used to have these glasses. It's the end of Lincoln Street.
I don't think that's the end. I think it keeps going.
Oh, it keeps going? Alright.
It's a Thursday. It's not many people.
Not many people on Thursdays? Alright. Well. Modern art. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it runs for another block or two. I see no end in sight. But I think we should pack it in. I think this is, unless you want to do some shopping, this is pretty much it from Lincoln Street. Parking? Alright. That's crazy. You got a cow. Alright. That's amazing. That's awesome. Oh, man. It's too bad we didn't try this place. One of the iconic old hotels. The Rally in Miami Beach, and look at it, there's nothing left. They're holding it with sticks. So I think they're just like, we're probably building a new one, but we have to have some of the existing architecture in place for it to consider a rebuild. But this is just insane. I've never seen anything like that. They're just like holding it up with sticks. They're like, okay, well this is what we got. It's so clean, this place. For a city that gets a lot of tourists from all over the world. It's by the beach, you know, sand, water, all that. And it's surrounded by a canal, the ocean, and...
You have cities in the U.S. that get no tourists. They're absolute shitholes.
Yeah. No, it sounds like they're doing something with that 18% tax. Service tax on all your food. Every restaurant. Maybe that's where that's going. Just cleaning out the city. I like how this boardwalk is literally I'm guessing the longest boardwalk in the United States? Or is it tied with the Orange County
the one in
boardwalk?
LA is probably longer,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure. It definitely has the most interesting characters walking around.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice,
The girls are hotter here, that's for sure.
yeah.
This place has monthly rentals.
This place?
Yeah, last time I checked,
Nice.
it was going for $5,000 a month.
5,000 a
Like
month.
A junior one bedroom.
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of lease.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really ask, but. Now,
5,000 a month for beach view?
No,
Or
no,
because the
no,
beach
no.
is
It
right
was
there.
It was like a corner view.
So, okay.
Not-
Corner view, 5,000
Like a
US
half
dollars a
acre.
month. That's great.
And this was like the cheapest one.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm not even sure if it was like real because when I contacted them, they never responded back.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those like bait and switch where
Yeah,
they
yeah.
want to attract as many calls
Mm.
for $5,000 a month, and they tell you, by the way, we've got one for like $8,500.
Right. Right.
So and I didn't have enough time to like go through the whole process because I wasn't gonna pay $5,000 a month for a fucking corner view place.
But it's nice though. It comes with umbrellas, beach umbrellas. You got to pay extra for the drinks and the waiters and everything, but yeah, it looks sick. Look how big it is. You have like 3 buildings for this resort, a wellness resort.
Well, only one of them is the residence,
Ah,
the main one.
right. So they have one for long-term lease or monthly,
Yeah.
and then the other ones are like hotels.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Look how close the beach is. So this is essentially where the beach is, right here. And there's these things are in every other building has like a gateway to the beach. So you're essentially looking at the boardwalk, and then there's a gateway to the beach. And depending on the building that you're renting, they come with beach chairs or no beach chairs, depending on how much you're willing to spend.
So what's important is
Not a lot of people
not
know
just
this
the
about Miami
chairs,
Beach.
right? It's also the service. So some buildings might have beach chairs, but there's no
Right.
service.
Right.
Or there's service, but the guy's an idiot. You know, he
Yeah,
just
yeah.
doesn't want to do anything.
Mm-mm.
So you got to get one that's managed properly,
Right.
where they offer beach chairs, but there's a guy that actually like manages who gets the chairs and umbrellas. And everything.
You know, even though we see the occasional hotel here, this is really a residential area of Miami Beach. A little bit this is not South Beach where it's literally just hotels. What's interesting because a lot of people do Miami, they go to Brickell, they go to South Beach, and they're like, well, I went to Miami, okay, but the only locals there are probably waiters. You don't really see how
Like
the
guest
local
workers.
guest workers or whatever, yeah, they're not even, I mean, whatever. But here, a little bit just north of, like starting around Mid Beach, North Beach. And it's the same boardwalk. I mean, this boardwalk will take you, this is the best way to explore the beach in Miami.
Turtle.
Yeah, this beach is known. It used to have turtles that did not have an outer shell. The leatherback turtle. I wonder what happened to them. It's a big one.
Guys downstairs do a good job. It's just like it's like a resort
Yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
But like less touristy, you know, because I lived at the Rooney Palace by the one for, I guess, like 10 months or whatever, 9 months. And yeah, this one is less touristy, because this is a more residential areas,
Yeah.
but like still, you know, mostly empty because it's most people that own a place here live up north, like in Connecticut or New York or Boston or Canada.
They don't
Here,
really
maybe.
know what Florida's like.
Yeah,
which
so like
is
it's exactly right. Because like it's different in the,
And you
in
like
the
it.
movies. I love it. Yeah.
They think it's just gonna be sunny, like you're in a resort. You know, you have your Bitcoin pumping. You're just like having parties
shit
every
coins.
night. Your shit coins and everything. And parts of it are like that, but you know, if you're not made for it, if your skin is not made, cannot tolerate the humidity, day in day out. If winds are gonna scare you, if you never go into the ocean, then this is absolutely useless. Like it's like, what the hell are you paying for all these buildings and this boardwalk and the beach right there? That would be absolutely useless because you're not into this lifestyle. Right?
And what's great about it is you got plenty of options for rent because of all these second residences, second homes that
Yeah.
nobody uses. So
They
they're-
keep paying on the
they're
HOA
losing-
fee.
Yeah, they're losing money on property tax and HOA fees.
Yeah.
So they just rent them out at like cost.
Mm.
So they're basically saying, listen, I'll take, if I make profit, I make profit. If I don't, fuck it, at least I don't have to pay the HOA fees and property taxes.
Right.
So for us that live in Miami, it's pretty great because we get to take full advantage of that.
Like most people do Miami, they come in a weekend, they'll do the Brickell Shopping Center, they'll do a little bit of South Beach, and they're like, I went to Miami, you know? And they might get lucky, the weather cooperates, they get a good beach day in, maybe they'll get drunk in the pool of their hotel or building. But that's not really what Miami has to offer. This is more of a lifestyle. Like, you know, can you sign a 1-year lease? Do you understand what's going on? Wow. What's
Yeah,
going
that's
on
what
over there?
happened to
It's
all
like a
the
party.
New York- They moved out here due to COVID and other reasons.
Right.
And then they said, well, you know, Brickell and downtown Miami and elsewhere is the same as Manhattan, so I'll just go down here. And they moved down here and it's not the same. So a lot of them are looking to go back. And obviously some will stay here permanently, but a lot of them are really looking to go back and because it's very different.
Yeah, what happened to this place was the rents shot up really high because of the COVID migrants, people from all over the country coming in. And now I think they're getting lower, but I don't think they're at 2018, 2019 level yet, but yeah.
No, they may never.
But they even never reach those
Yeah,
levels.
'cause I think enough people figured out that this is actually a nice place, but
It's
and
safe
they're,
too.
And they're okay. Yeah, they're okay with the weather and all the rest of stuff. But certainly, it'll never go back to the skyrocketing prices during and post-COVID, like that initial period.
Right.
I think like what's going to happen is a lot of the cities, especially New York, a lot of New Yorkers that moved down here. Part of the reason was COVID. The other part of the reason was the crime and the general mismanagement of New York City. And I feel like the authorities there, from what I'm hearing, I could be wrong, may have understood this, and there's probably going to be some policy changes, especially with the incoming new administration.
Better late than ever.
So what's going to happen is once those policy changes take effect, like just an example, $1,000 theft is not a crime, which is ridiculous. Once that takes effect, I think you're going to see some people here move back and obviously stop the migration from New York to Miami.
$1,000. I thought it was 2,000.
I don't know. Yeah, it could be. Why not 10,000?
Yeah.
Shit. You know?
How do they come up with that number?
Right, you steal a used Nissan Altima, and you're like, well, it's
Yeah, you flip it from one
slap
state
on
to
the
another.
wrist, write me a ticket, and then you sell it on Craigslist, and you're like, well, this is fucking great.
Yeah, this was a wild timeline we were on. I think it's coming to an end though. It's the end of 2024. I think this timeline is coming to an end. It's time for a new timeline.
You're the guest.
It's like those Disney movies, right? They're like, we gotta end, enough with the multiverse shit.
Right.
It's costing us a lot of money. We're losing billions. People are not excited. You know, ever since the multiverse, we're losing. It's like, it was an inside joke. It was like a joke on Deadpool and Wolverine, where they're like, we're tired of the multiverse. Enough with the multiverse.
It was also very confusing to a lot of neutral fans.
I think part of it was the fact that they're making really, really good shows, and
That's crazy.
for some of the content is really good,
Yeah.
but they're launching it on Disney Plus. And then since you're seeing decent content, at least you were on Disney Plus, you don't have the large, epic, I'm gonna wait in line for an Avengers film at the movie theaters.
Yeah, you're not gonna have the Endgame effect.
Exactly,
Avengers
that was the
Endgame.
last one. I think there was one more with Spider-Man Home, or one of the Spider-Mans.
One of the
Yeah, one of them. I'm not quite sure which one it was. Where they were able to, I think, approach or match Endgame. Not quite sure. And then since then, it's sort of like flop after sort of like mediocre results. And that revenue from the box office was essential to the whole windowing sort of plan, where you make some money during theater time, and then you double that money during like Blu-rays and DVDs and or licensing that to Netflix, right? But now since you got Disney Plus, people are like, well, I'm watching a good show on Disney Plus. It's good. It's, you know, it's got high production quality. It looks like an expensive show. It looks like a movie. I'm not gonna go to the movies as much as I was. So I think they gotta end the multiverse because of that. And also, like, possibly another reason could be people want more original content, either new superheroes, rather new stuff.
Now we're approaching a part of the beach. I think we're almost in mid-beach here. Again, it's the same boulevard where the uppity rich live. However, what I love about the Miami Beach Boardwalk is that there's something for everybody. So you could have a building where the rents are low, where you could get like a low rental. Maybe it's not the best maintained building, but it'll still be safe. You'd be on the boardwalk, on the beach. You get a building with, you know, there's nothing for rent. If you wanted to buy, they start at like 10 million, which, you know, might as well start at $50 million. Doesn't really matter. And look at this. You end up with something like a building like this, right? For the really super wealthy. But because everything is under construction right now in South Florida, you get that building right next to this building. So that guy that paid $10 to $20 million for this condo is just looking at this other guy. Something you can rent for like $3,000 a month. Most of these apartments on the beach are going to have this view. As you can see here, that's what you're looking at. And this is, we're now in mid-beach to North Beach. And that's the boardwalk where we were at earlier. And it's not a bad day, actually. I might actually go down there and go for a little swim. We're headed to the beach. Now, from what I'm seeing, the water is looking quite good today. spectacular. Wow. This is really, really beautiful. Ouch. A little bit. It's not as cold though. Not as cold. It's quite something. So the white sand that you see, it's really composed of white quartz and limestone particles. So a lot of it isn't native. It was brought here because of erosion. So they thought all these buildings were going to fall down. So they brought on a lot of sand. But it makes the ocean looks absolutely gorgeous, spectacular. I'm not sure if this is going to show well on this new camera, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the colors alone are very, very good. And the temperature in December is around maybe 25 Celsius, so 77 Fahrenheit. Today is actually a little bit hotter, so it's around 79, 78, 79. So that's like 26, 27 Celsius. The water is really good. It's just made for swimming. There's no sharks, so no need to panic because of the shark attack or anything like that. So it's just one of those days that you have to enjoy yourself. No need to go to the gym. You can just get in and enjoy the clear waters of Miami Beach. Woo! Salty. That's what you expect. Oh, man. Feels good. Feels good. Yeah. We're almost at Christmas time here. This is December, and it's so beautiful to be in swimming water in the Atlantic Ocean in the December months. That's just really, really something gorgeous. It's very unique. Day 2 of the beach in Miami Beach. I think I'm gonna go for a swim again. The water looks unbelievable. It is an unbelievable day to go to the beach and go swimming. Oh my God. Wow, this is unbelievable. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Okay. You good?
Yeah. The water's great.
Woo!
The water is so good.
How's the water?
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah. It's good.
It's the right temperature.
It's the right temperature. All right.
Not too hot, not too cold.
Yep.
Good.
Can't believe this is almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas, and Miami Beach is absolutely perfect. All right, I'm gonna dispose of the camera now and go in for a real swim all the way to the second shore. But this has been one hell of a week in Miami Beach. The water's been perfect. South Beach was perfect. Espanola Way was perfect. Ocean Drive, Lincoln. Everything was absolutely amazing. From North Beach to South Beach to Mid Beach. An unbelievable ride in Miami Beach. And we'll see if I can do more of these in other cities. Without a plan. As always, just winging it. All right, we're out.